So nice standing pose. So the feet are hip width apart, knees slightly bent. We want to tuck in the pelvis, hands by our side, shoulders nice and relaxed, back. And then let's have the chin slightly tucked in. And take a nice relaxing breath. However that feels for you. Taking another cleansing breath. And another time. And typically when you're doing a standing pose, we try not to move our feet. So if it hurts and you need to sit, please listen to your body. So we always want you to be comfortable, right? So if anything hurts, please modify, do it smaller, sit down. But this is a standing pose we do for about 5 minutes. And I thought I'll multitask because I'm good at that. And let's do a little chanting while we do the standing pose. So let's begin. Now that we have a good pose and posture, and like I said, and also to let you know, if you need to shift your weight, like you need oh, my feet are, just shift your weight side to side. So listening to your body, or you can sit down. All right, so let's do a little chant. Let's start with Om, nice deep breath. We'll do it 5 times, take a breath, and we'll do some other chants. So nice inhale, Om. Enjoy that silence, doing that again. Inhale. You guys are doing good. Let's do a nice breath. Inhale. Inhale. And one more. You guys feeling relaxed? I am. Well, you guys sound pretty good. The acoustics in here are pretty good. Do you want to do another word one more time? You guys getting tired with the standing? Well, let's do another word. How about E? So, and if you want to bring that intention up to your sinus, up to your nasal, up to your forehead, it's fun to do that. And welcome, come on in. All right, nice deep breath. E. Take a nice deep breath one more time. And just take a moment to relax. I think that's been 5 minutes. And I forgot to turn my timer on. How does that feel? And the standing pose. So they say in the standing pose, if you want to move, we can kind of move that. They say to do that at least 5 minutes if you can. How was music? Kind of dancing music. If you can, do it up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes every day. I found this technique to be very helpful. And that is a form of Qigong, and it was stillness, right? Except for the vocal. All right, so let's do some movement. So if you're in a chair, just follow me along. I'll sit down if it needs to change in any way. We're going to be eclectic with our style. So let's bring our hands up over our head, going across. There we go, pretty ballerina. And hands come down, facing the earth. Yeah, come on in. Hands rise up. This is a nice move from Daisy Lee, if anybody's heard of her. She's a wonderful Qigong teacher. Radiant Lotus Qigong is the famous one for her. Let's bring that up. So what is Qigong? Does anybody know? No, nobody knows what Qigong is? Carlos, you don't remember? Carlos is from my YMCA class. Well, Qigong is a way of regulating energy, a way of moving, and it's usually slow, smooth, and continuous. So if you go fast, that's aerobic exercise. We want to go slow. So even slower than you think you might be doing. And it's a nice stretch. So during the movement with Qigong, you get a stretch, and you have more of a resistance. So you try to imagine a little bit of a resistance, like you're in water, right? And as you do that, you build up strength. And you work your fascia, which helps, the fascia is encasing around your muscles, right? So this helps relax those muscles, get the blood flow moving. Yes? You guys look so pretty. I love this move because you feel like a ballerina. You guys looking good. Bringing the hands up, maybe go slower. So let's do it 2 more times on each side. See if you can go slower. Because we all like to move fast. Letting it go. And hands come down, bringing the hands up. Maybe that was 1 more time. Let's do it 1 more time. And you know, somebody asked, can you go too slow? In theory, you could, but not likely. Most people go too fast, right? That's our problem usually. And then the hands come to center and just kind of notice how you feel. A little bit more softer, more relaxed. So let's do 8-piece brocade. Has anybody ever done that? 8-piece brocade. Brocade, has anyone heard of that word before? I know, I hadn't either before. It means fabric. It's a piece of fabric, so it's 8 movements, and then like it has texture, it has layers. So there's many versions of it. If you go Google it, 8-piece brocade, you're gonna get a lot of different versions of it. So this is one version I like. It's from Mimi Kodemer. She's pretty awesome. And I have all these links on my website. So Touching Worlds, if you go to the resource tab, I have links to her videos, the ones that I like the best. So let's begin with our palms facing the earth, doing some nice movement. You can do it in a chair or standing, so feel free to stay in the chair. If any, you can just modify it as such. So the first one, hands come up the center, at forehead height, the hands interlock. We stretch, and the hands slowly come down. You can bend your knees a little bit if that feels good. Hands interlock, stretch, and then let go, and hands slowly come down. So some of these names are very long. It says 2 hands supporting the heavens is the name for this one. And letting it go, good. You can do the movement with your breath. Typically, some people say you should do Qigong with your breath. Some people say it doesn't matter, but most people think it does. So if you can do this movement with a nice inhale and a slow exhale. But if you want to flip that order, you're welcome to do so. Good, and you can make this smaller if you like. Let's do that 1 more time. I think that's been 5 times. It kind of. All right, good. Hands slowly come around. That is one movement. Hands circle around and come to rest. Take a nice deep breath. All right, the next one, we're gonna have one hand go up, one hand go down. And again, imagine if it's hard to do for you, and then hands go out, and then shift the hands, and then hands go up and down. So imagination is just as powerful as doing. And if you like to bend your knees a little bit, you can. Yeah, good. And they say to move about 70% of your range. So no, we don't want to go, that's 100, right? So about 70. And the hands come together. So that's typically that you see that more in yoga, right? Kind of you do your 100%, if not more. In Qigong, we always like to do 70%, never stretching the muscles too far, just having a nice bend in all the joints. We want joints to be soft and spacious. And we don't do poses. Usually a pose, that's more yoga. Usually it's slow and continuous movement. And they think it started from gymnastics, I heard, from China like 4,000 years ago, a long time. Yeah. And hey, we got another person. That's good. Terry. Anybody feeling a burn in the shoulders? A little bit, not yet. Okay, you guys are fit. Let's do that one more time, or 2 more times each side. This is supposed to help support the spleen and the stomach, and those are the meridian channels. So it's not the actual organs, it's the meridian channels that are for the stomach and spleen. So we'll do that last time, and then this side. All right, and then we'll just let the hand come down, hands circle around, and come to rest. Take a nice deep breath, soften. All right, so the next movement is Wise Owl turns its head to eliminate 1,000 illnesses. So palms facing the earth. So if you're in a chair, you can lift your heels instead of going on the balls of your feet. So if you have any balance concerns, maybe stand near the wall. Otherwise, stay in the chair. So we're going to the balls of our feet, turn the hands out, turn your neck one side like an owl. Hands come back to center, ball with your feet. Inhale, other side. Good. Nice and slow, I love it. You guys look so relaxed and mindful. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Feeling our bodies relax, open. Maybe notice our breath. How are we breathing? And one last time. See if you can go slower. I always like to challenge people. Don't go too slow that you fall over, but challenge yourself to go even slower. All right, and then come to center. Hands circle around and come to rest. Take a nice breath. All right, so the next one is called Punch with an Angry Gaze. So this is your time to get your anger out if you feel it. So you have your fists on the side, you can be hip width apart, and we're gonna make an angry face and then pull back in and soften. So maybe think about when you're mad, somebody irritated you, cut you off in the car, right? And then you want to allow compassion. So they say, feel the anger and allow the softness. Right, we need both. If we don't get angry, right, we don't change. We don't make, but we gotta allow that passion too. Squinty face. And relax. All right, anybody's feeling some anger? What are they angry about? And let's do that one more time. I think we've done at least 5. And the other, good. I like those angry faces. And circle around, come to rest. All right, so the next one is a wider stance, or if you're in a chair, you can make a little bit wider stance. And this is drawing the bow to take aim. So we open up, pretend like we got a bow and arrow. Like I could see a pillar in the wall, like I'm gonna let it, and then I'll let the arrow go. And then we'll bring the hands back together, sink a little bit, open up, take aim, and let go. Good. Nice breath, letting go, coming back, good. This one can feel harder, but listen to your body, whatever feels right. If anything, you're feeling like, oh, this is too much, modify. So this is supposed to help with your liver as we focus through our eyes. Your eyes is liver in Chinese medicine. So as you focus and take aim, and liver is anger, a lot of times that's the emotion that liver is associated with. Yeah, it's amazing how organs have emotions associated with it. Let's do that maybe one more time each side. And the other. All right, we come to center. Good, a little bit smaller stance, hands circle around, come to center. Good. Taking a nice deep breath, soften the body. All right, so the next one is a fun one. It's called wagging the tail to calm heart fire. So this one is a wider stance. You can do this in the chair as well. So hands on the legs. We're gonna go down when I have your chin up. So bending down, and then we'll swing across, come up, go down, across. So do your best you can. I'll stand a little bit further from the microphone. Hi, Nicole. All right, so bending down. Swinging across, and then coming back up, going back down, and across. You might feel a nice stretch in the back, and make it smaller if you need to. And then coming back up. So having the chin up is important because that can help you with your balance, if that's a concern. How's it feel? Good? So it's called wagging the tail. Doesn't it feel like you're wagging your tail? To calm heart fire. So as we open up heart fires, those emotions, like maybe we have too much, maybe we have fear, maybe we have hatred, you know, whatever it is. Too much of excessive, maybe it's grief, maybe it's sadness. Let's do that 2 more times. So that's considered 1. Let's do that 1 more. And back down. And across. And then coming up. Hands circle around. And come to rest. All right, good. So the next one, we got 2 more movements, just looking at a time. I think we can try to do it. I'm quick and efficient. So let's, this one is shake the back to eliminate 1,000 illnesses as well. So we're gonna go forward. So depending on your chair, I'm gonna step a little bit further back. So we're gonna bend over with soft knees, have like a rickety doll position. Slowly rise up. We're going to open our chest to the ceiling. We're going to come to neutral, and we're going to shake. So that's the, shaking, eliminating the illnesses. So hands go down, letting yourself dangle. It feels really good. Slowly come up, opening up the chest, come to neutral, and shake. Good. Let's do that 3 more times. Softening the back, letting it hang. Rise and up. Opening the chest. Come to neutral. And shake. And one more time. How's that? Softening the back. Opening the chest. Back to center. And shake. All right, hands circle around. Come to the end. We do have one more movement. Should we do it quick? Then you know the whole series. Okay, the last one is a chi massage. So hands circle around. And then we're gonna go for the kidneys. Massage the kidneys. And gently go down the outside of the pant leg. Bend your knees if you're bending over. Tracing along, up the ankles, up the pant leg, and at the belly height, hands go up, reaching for the sky. Let's do that 4 more times. Rubbing the kidneys, going down, softening the knees to make sure we don't stretch our back, going around the toes, going up the tummy. It's kind of funny with the scarf, hands right up. And let's do that again. So this is a chi massage. So bringing down, this is the chi channels, the meridians, go down the bladder and gallbladder meridians. We're tracing along the outside with the toes, going up the ankles, up the pant leg, where the seams of the pants, and then the hands rise. And let's do that 1 or 2 more times. 2 more. You guys are looking great. Thanks for coming. Circle around. Hands rise up. And one last time. And down. Good. Hands rise. And then we can just let the hands come down. Hands circle around. And come to rest. All right, good. So let's enjoy it, shake it off however you like to feel. There is my info. I noticed there's a little bit of a smell over there. Maybe it's the burners. Maybe we should cap it. So thank you, Karen. Maybe it's the burners. We can blow it out. Maybe perhaps we don't serve it for a while. Also, so here's my information if you want.
Emily, I am a yoga instructor, yoga therapist, and I am also a holistic pain care specialist. And I do like to clarify that I'm not a physician, but board certified health coach with extensive training in what's happening in the body when we have chronic conditions or chronic pain. And so for today, especially with our theme of wellness and music, I've put together a little practice that's more about tapping into the rhythm that we can feel in our body as we move, and tapping into the rhythm of our breath and letting that guide how we move in this practice. So it may be different than what you've experienced before if you've done yoga, maybe really similar. That said, this is a practice that there'll be a lot of invitations for timing of things, for things to focus on, for types of movement. Everything is an invitation. Everything can be done as a visualization. You will still get benefits. That said, please take care of your body. You know it best. If I suggest something that you know does not feel good or you discover doesn't feel good, please don't do it. Take care of yourselves. And we will start with the option to lay down if you wish. If you're seated, you can choose to lean back to have the support of the chair. And we will start with the option of closing your eyes or gently softening your gaze. As we settle in here, please take a moment to notice what you notice. That can be things you notice within your body, around your body. That can be things you notice more around the room. That can be things you notice with the more physical senses or with the more emotional, energetic senses. Noticing if your attention is moving from one thing to the next, or if there's one item that's really drawing you in. One could think of this as the rhythm of your current mental state. And now please start to shift your attention, if it wasn't there already, more into the physical. That can be senses of touch or support, more like pressure. That might be temperature and maybe texture. That may be the energy that you feel or that vibrancy within your body. Does it feel more like it wants to jump up and move, or stay and rest? And if it feels all right for this moment, maybe see if you can encourage your body to release into its support a little bit more. And start to draw your attention to focus in on your breath. Maybe that's the movement in your torso as you breathe. Maybe it's the flow of air on your breath at your nose or mouth. Maybe it's watching the path of your breath with your mind's eye, or actively thinking to yourself about your inhale and exhale. We're noticing the rhythm of our breath. And today, when we do any movement parts of this practice or visualizing those movements, we're going to let our own breath be the conductor. It's going to guide the rhythm and the timing as we move. You do have the ability to consciously choose to shift your breath if you wish. You can also let your breath be the complete guide. And as we're here, noticing this movement, do you sense that gentle movement in the torso? If you were not focusing on that, finding it now. It may be more in the chest, more in the abdomen. For some of us, it'll feel more like a raising and lowering, others an expanding and gentle contracting. And wherever you are, can you explore letting that movement expand and grow into another part of your body? Maybe it shifts up into your neck. Maybe there's more of that movement in your abdomen, letting it grow into the lower back. Maybe it's in the arms, feeling that expanding start to shift into the arms. And how might it feel to let that rhythm grow even more? Can we start to maybe bring a tilting into the pelvis, into the head? If your legs are long on the floor, Sometimes it feels good to bring it into the ankles, softly flexing and pointing. It may feel good to bring it into the neck, turning it from side to side or gently lowering and raising the chin. In doing this connection of breath and movement, or breath and visualizing, has your breath changed at all? And how would it feel if we gently encouraged it to be a little bit longer, both in the inhale and the exhale? Finding that sense of the gentle tide, always staying in curiosity, never pushing, never forcing. And if it would feel all right today, can you bring your arms somewhere generally by your side? That may mean hands in your lap, on the armrest, by the floor. And with your inhale, how does it feel to rotate the arms that would bring your palms up, backs of your hands towards the floor? And on your exhale, rotate the palms down, back on your abdomen, on your lap, or on the floor. Inhaling, rotating the arms so the palms are up. And exhaling, rotating the arms so the palms are down. And you can stay with this or explore growing it for yourself, whether that's crossing the arms across the torso, giving yourself a gentle hug on that exhale, and then inhaling, opening the arms. Exhaling, hands can rest in your lap, on the floor, or crossing for a hug. And opening the arms, or just rotating the palms up on the inhale. And on this last one like this, how would it feel to take a slightly bigger, deeper inhale, gently holding that breath in for a moment before you exhale, finding your resting position for your arms, letting your breath return to its free, intuitive, rather than more intentional state. And then in the next bit, we have two options that you can do. And so if you're laying on your backs and it feels all right, I am going to ask you to bend your knees, bringing your feet to the mat. And if you're seated, the option is to stay where you are and have these next invitations be very internalized, or to sit slightly forward on your seat so that you are not leaning against the back anymore. So you have the ability to turn your torso a little from side to side. You will get the benefit either way. And if you are laying on your backs, I would invite you to heel-toe your feet a tiny bit farther away from each other, because we're going to continue to let the breath guide the intention within the body. And this is our inhale spot. The knees, the chest generally facing in the same position. And as you exhale, you can lower your knees to one side, or turn your gaze, or gently rotate your torso to one side. And as you inhale, bringing yourself back to that center position. Exhaling, finding a gentle twist, either by lowering your knees or gently turning your torso. And And then inhale, coming back to center. And we'll continue doing this, letting your breath guide the pace of your movement. Remembering that these are all invitations. You know your body best. Listen to what it's asking for and take care of it with another variation if you know that that's going to better serve you today. And within this, everything that we're doing right now is gently waking up the body while staying very soothing for the nervous system. The nervous system loves rhythm. It loves recognizable things in general, but a recognizable rhythm is very nourishing and calming to our nervous system, very regulating. And so if it sounds intriguing, I invite you now to turn your exhale into a hum. Letting the timing go with your natural breath, so the humming is going to turn into a humming in the round. Inhaling naturally, gently humming on your exhale. Allowing time for your inhale and taking that hum to slowly rotate, finding that gentle twist. And you can continue with the rhythmic movement from side to side, or you can now choose to stay in this gentle twist on one side for anywhere up to 4 or 5 breaths, continuing that gentle humming on the exhale. Finding your pitch and tone. And if your intuition wants to change your pitch on the next hum, listen to that intuition. We have some beautifully wise bodies sensing that after that twist, your lower back may want you to hug your knees in towards your chest or to turn over to a seated forward fold or even a gentle child's pose. And it's yogi's choice if you want to carry that hum through this portion as well, or if it feels like it's time to let that vibration fade. And then we can find our way either to that long spine, laying down or sitting up. And for a moment, check in with your body. If your deep lower back, your hips and pelvis are feeling like they want a little attention, they might appreciate it. Pressing into your heels onto the floor. If you're on the mat, doing so laying down, so it's kind of like a micro bridge pose or a hip lift. If you're seated, you can get a very similar benefit by pressing into the floor with your heels, feeling the muscles engage up the back of your hips. Some of you may want to even press your hands into the armrest or on your seat next to you, feeling the back of your body wake up a little bit. And then you can lower the hips, relax that engagement. Check in with your neck and shoulders, whether they would appreciate a gentle shrug and release, or a final turning from side to side. For this next portion, I'm going to shift entirely into a guiding an internalized visualization, short visual meditation. If you want to have movement as you go through this, and that works for you, listen to your bodies, but a nice, simple one is variations of cat-cow, whether that is seated, gliding your hands down towards your feet and then back up towards your knees. You can do that on hands and knees, or even shifting back and forth between a gentle child's pose and tabletop. Because we're going to be focusing on what's happening in the spine. If your mind left it behind, bring your breath rhythm back into your attention. Because we're going to again let that guide the rhythm of what we're doing next. And start to find your mind at a point just above the top of your head. Many of you probably know that in the yogic teachings, that's our entry point of that more ethereal, higher energy coming back into our more physical body self. And so what we're going to do is on the inhale, visualize drawing some of that energy first down to just behind that spot between our eyebrows, and on the exhale, encouraging the energy to once more move up to that point, just past the top of our head. Doing that one more time, drawing down to that third eye point, or where the pineal gland is in the brain, and then back up on the exhale to that spot just above the head. As you exhale now, drawing your attention to the base of your throat, that would be when you would round your back in your chosen cat-cow variation. And then you draw your energy on the exhale back up to that spot just past the top of your head as you lengthen your spine or find that arc. You sway, inhaling again near the base of your throat as you gently round your back in your chosen variation. Inhaling, lengthening the spine as it comes just above the top of your head. Exhaling to your heart or wherever your mind goes near the center of your chest. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, drawing that energy and your attention above your head. Inhaling to the center of your chest, that emotional center. Exhaling above your head. Next, inhale down near the base of your rib cage, your solar plexus. Exhaling up above your head. Inhaling, bringing your breath, your energy down near the base of your rib cage, exhaling up as we continue the central channel breathing and meditation. The next inhale is down between your navel and pubic bone. Exhaling, taking your time to let your attention And the energy move all the way up. Inhaling, drawing all the way down to that creative center. Exhaling, moving all the way up, letting your timing of your own breath shift as it might be wanting to as we next inhale all the way down to just below the tailbone or the perineal floor. And then exhaling all the way up to just above the top of the head. Inhaling all the way down. And exhaling all the way up. And if there was any place where it almost felt a little sticky or clogged, you can focus there, noticing if it feels more beneficial to focus right in that point or to be moving the energy down and back to that point, or up and back to that point. Before a final rhythmic breath, inhaling all the way down once more, and exhaling all the way up. And if you have an intuitive way to close this practice, follow your own. Otherwise, it may feel good to let the energy radiate and pool down around you, almost like a fountain or waterfall in all directions, or to let the energy kind of sink in like fluid into a sponge for a moment. And then for one last time, noticing what there is to notice. And that is that is intentionally a vague statement, so you notice your thing to notice. And the first thing that came is exactly what you were supposed to notice. Does that place, that sense, have a message for you? And it may be a message that cannot be cognized in this moment. It may be a message that is crystal clear or very confusing because it will become clear later. Either way, give that sensation, that experience, a little bit of gratitude, a thank you. And I invite you now to expand your noticing, your awareness, to gradually grow to include your whole physical form. And if that is not feeling good to you today, then choose what physical sensations do feel good to notice. And we'll try to find that sensation in most parts of the body as we're coming back into the full physical body. Noticing if there's a part of your body that is not in this awareness, this whole body awareness. Is there another sensation in that part of your body that it would feel good to grow into and incorporate? For one short moment, very intentionally, consciously aware of your whole body together. And once more, closing that practice in whatever way feels best to you. And then please shift your awareness into the room, whether that's by sound, by opening your eyes. As you're ready, bringing more movement back into your body. If the body is asking to lay here for a little bit more, know that that's okay, but the rest of us will start to move around you. And gradually find your way to your version of a comfortable seated position. And I think we need to close it up. But I would love if we have a little time for one beautiful, loud, resonant group Om. What do you think? I don't want to overstep my time.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Okay. So as we're ready, one beautiful yogi's choice for volume, resonant Om. And I like to have the group take a breath in and out to prepare before we do that. So wherever you are, please exhale what's left of your current breath for a deep breath in. This is just a breath out. And then this will be our inhale for our Om together. Deep breath in. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste, everyone.
Thank you so much.
For everyone here, I will have a sign-up sheet over there with also a link that I didn't get the short version together to put up here. And so it's going to be on a little sheet over there to make it much easier than the long things that I'd have to write up here. So, wonderful. I'm excited to get to talk to the rest of you now.
Thank you. You did wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I loved it. It was very relaxing. I needed that too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, wonderful. We got a 5-minute break, grab refreshments, and we got Karen up next for Nonviolent Communication. It's a fun communication game. So we get to have fun with that. So grab what you need and free snacks, grab information, bathrooms are back there. Yeah. Break out in groups, basically, right? So don't worry about seating, just grab something for now. And let me please welcome Karen Martinsen. All right, here we go.
Feel free to stay where you are. Would you rather that I use the microphone?
You can try it, or it's up to you. Okay.
I can talk pretty loud, but... welcome, everyone. My name is Karen, and usually I feel so nervous addressing groups of adults, and I think it's something to do with just how important belonging is to me. And today I don't really feel nervous because I see a lot of friendly faces and I already feel kind of a sense of belonging. So that's really exciting for me. I already feel like you're rooting for me. Thank you. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about nonviolent communication. It made such a huge difference in my life in giving me kind of personal freedom into understanding that our negative feelings are caused by unmet needs. And our positive feelings are caused when needs are met. So the founder, Marshall Rosenberg, he traveled all over the world. He did a lot of mediation in the Middle East, in tribal wars in Africa, all over the place, and he came up with this list of what he considers universal needs. Everyone has some needs for them, but definitely different needs sort of pop up at different times. So nonviolent communication, it's operationalized steps. We won't have time to learn them all today, but it's also, a lot of people learn just that part and they don't learn the philosophy of it. And the philosophy is really, at the end of the day, that our unmet needs are the cause, not someone else's behavior. So a personal example from my life, I was assigned to a partner at work. And this partner was a lot more experienced and was supposed to be sort of teaching me what to do, sort of. And every time we would have these meetings, like she just would come in so distressed. And I was like doing a lot of listening and really empathizing, and then somehow we never actually got to the work. And so this became very frustrating to me, and I just was essentially enraged. And I figured out that I had needs for respect of my time that were not being met, needs for consideration that were not being met. And I dug a little deeper and I realized I was trying to meet needs for love and care and mutuality. And like once I had that thought, I was like, what am I doing? Like, this person doesn't need to, I don't need to look for love at work. I need to be working on my outside of work life to find love and care. And it was like, all of a sudden, probably 3/4 of my anger dissipated. So nothing about the situation changed, but I changed so much. And, I still had a problem. I still had, like, there wasn't mutuality, we weren't getting to the work. It was a real problem. But now I had a whole bunch of options. I could ask her to reciprocate, or I could stop going to the meetings since nothing was getting done anyway. And, my frustration and anger. So Alice and I had a myriad of options that I didn't have before I really recognized what I was needing. And it's really sad in our world that we consider being needy as a bad thing. Because really we all have needs, and if we don't recognize them, we actually tend to have worse behavior than if we recognize them and try it. So, to help retrain our brains, I have a little game of Go Fish. Has anyone here played Go Fish before? It's probably been a long time. So maybe you'd be willing to demonstrate with me. So in this game of Go Fish, we have cards, and each card has a feeling and a need on top. So don't get tricked. Sometimes I reused a feeling that went because it's pretty much mixed and matched, right? So sometimes when you're frustrated, it's because you have needs of belonging that aren't met, but sometimes it's because your need for respect is not being met, or your need for consideration. A lot of the feelings could go with many different needs. So we're going to try to play Go Fish by asking this question. Do you feel, and it's going to be whatever word is on top, nervous, because you need acceptance, the word on the bottom. So we'll do a quick demonstration. I haven't been playing that if you win, you get to keep going, because the point is to get as much practice as we can. So ultimately, I think we'll need 4 to 5 people in the group. But we'll just do it quick. Trial run. Here's our Go Fish file. Okay, let's see. Nicole, do you feel uncomfortable someone might ask you for it, or?
Oh, I see, whether you have it or not.
Yep, so you're gonna try to run out of cards and get as many pairs as you can.
Karen, do you feel scared because you need predictability?
No, not for fish.
Karen, do you feel uncomfortable because you really want to help?
Sometimes it can feel so good, even if you're just asking for games. It's like, okay, so we just keep going basically until all the cards are gone, and then you put up your pairs and you can win if you want to. But that's the game of feelings and needs go fish. I kind of like it too because it gets us used to, like, sometimes we're going to hear no, and really the purpose is to try to understand. And so people are not usually upset if it's no. In fact, the couple of times when I've been like, no, 2 minutes later I've been like, oh, I guess that the answer was yes, I just didn't want that to be true. The fact that you're trying, usually people are very happy with the fact that you're trying. Okay, so I'm going to give this to you. You guys can mix it up a little bit. Uh-oh. Is there something else that I need to try with this group?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe for people on the side over there?
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you can come back, we're going to have Amanda start now. And it's a wellness topic. So, does anybody know where Amanda is? I just saw her. Okay, so maybe she's... Yeah, Amanda's talking next. Wellness. Yes, let me flip the flipboard while we wait for her. All right. Maybe she stepped out for a second. But we got, I got the Wi-Fi working on my tablet. So if anybody, like Denise, if you need help filling out that form so you can put your name in the raffle, my iPad tablet is working. So if you'd like help with that, I can help you. And maybe we could try to get the other folks. I'm gonna put this down so get more slack there. Good. All right, everybody wants a longer break. same pet. And also, there's a comment, there's a box, you can give comments, feedbacks, or if you want to donate money, you don't have to though, but it all goes to the See Others Foundation. But there's free CDs, and if you, Amanda, are you ready yet? You ready? I know everybody's dispersed a little bit, but
What are we doing?
we are doing Amanda Rolson's topic on wellness, and she's going to talk for a little bit. I'll talk. Yes, be up front. And the Pakistani tea is hot and ready to go. We got creamer or oat creamer if you want dairy free.
Was that the chai?
Yeah.
I just took a penny.
Okay. Yes, if you want caffeine, we got the black tea. All right. I'm sure more people will come, but we're on a schedule. So let me welcome Amanda Roloson. Thank you so much for coming to speak to us. She is a health coach. I'll let her introduce herself. And there's a board right there with a marker if you want to write anything. Okay, and I'll give you a 5-minute heads up. Okay.
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back as we're gathering. Is it okay? You want me to close? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna walk. Can I walk? I'm a walker. Can you hear me? There it is. Hi, Denise. Everyone's coming in, so. Ooh, and Jawaid has brought gifts in a gift there. All right, everyone. My name is Amanda Roloson, and as Stephanie noted, I am a health and wellness coach. I recently graduated my program, and I have taken my national board exam, waiting on the results. Still, I should be any moment. Yes. And Emily, I just want to point out, as she noted, also is also a health and wellness coach. So, just so we know, there's more than one among us.
And I know how difficult that exam is, surprisingly.
It was long, but it is over now, and I hope that I don't need to play that game again. Yes. I thought that I would talk today about what health and wellness coaching is, because it is a growing modality, and it is fairly new. It's been in the works for approximately 20 years or so. That number can be deliberated, I'm sure. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so health and wellness coaching is a relatively new modality, and I just wanted to speak a little bit about it and why I think it's important. It is a conversation-based practice, and so I figured talking about it might suit it well. But yeah, so health and wellness coaching is, how many of us have gone to a doctor and you feel like your time is too short, and the things that you talk about, you may have had some tests run, we're interpreting the tests, we're talking about next steps, and how many of you feel like maybe that time is shorter than you would like it to be? Okay, yes, seeing lots of hands. And that's common, and especially if you've ended up with a diagnosis, maybe there's some confusion, something that you don't understand, maybe you're being asked to make some changes in your life to diet or exercise or lifestyle in other ways, and you're unsure about how to go about that. Maybe some of these changes feel overwhelming. Maybe a diagnosis or the potential of a relatively near future diagnosis feels overwhelming. And health coaching is a space where you can have an intentional conversation around your health, your well-being, your health goals. And that conversation can be a held space that is dedicated to your body, your mind, health and wellness, and what you would like it to be. And I think there's a lot of power in coming together in community to be able to discuss this particular part of our lives. And it's that conversation that kind of helps aid the doctor who's doing running the tests and diagnosing, interpreting those tests, ordering more, sending you to different specialists. And it's an amazing role. It's a very detailed role. Doctors know so much information. And they're also there in that critical moment of delivering some news. But there can be a lot of processing that goes on along with that in the coming days, weeks, and months. And even if you don't have something wrong with your health, you still have health, as we all do every day. Our bodies are functioning. And it can be a lovely space to talk about who you are with your body and what are maybe some small changes or things that you didn't even know might be affecting you day to day. That you could improve your health, perhaps in ways you didn't know. And then there's also the kind of thing where you may feel like you've wanted to get up and go to that yoga class in the morning, or you know you should stop looking at your phone at night, but somehow it's just always there. Or anything like that, and you know that you want to do this, and you're trying to do this, and for some reason, it is just hard. And maybe you've done it sometimes, and you'd like to do it more regularly. And that's the kind of thing where when you bring in another person, and you can have a brainstorming session, you can have some accountability, and you can just kind of suss out, why am I not doing something I want to do? And what might be a path to get me there? So those are all kinds of things that we could talk about with health coaching. And I think that when we look at other modalities, like Qigong that we did today, and yoga, and meditation practices, that health coaching is a similar modality that can bring this level of community to our health and wellness practice and agenda for our own self-care. So I thought that I might have us engage in a small exercise, which is pretty fitting, because we've tapped into this a little bit earlier today. But being music themed, I thought that I would ask for a couple of volunteers to hum, but individually. So if you could raise your hand if anyone wants to hum. Denise and Heidi, and I'm sorry.
Bema.
Bema? Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take 3, but then don't worry if you want to get your hum on, we can do that also. So what I would like is for each of you to take a turn humming individually. And Denise, would you feel okay starting?
So just one.
Yeah, maybe like 2 breaths, and just hum at whatever tone and pace that you like. Doesn't matter.
Show off.
Okay, thank you. And how did that feel? Actually, hold on to that thought. I'm going to let everyone go, and then we'll come back. Pamela, go ahead. Lovely. Thank you. And if you're not humming, note how you feel also if you're not humming. as this is happening. And Heidi, go ahead, represent the back of the room there. Lovely also. And then, yeah, then we'll work backwards. How did that feel, Heidi?
Yeah, felt the energy. I don't know, exciting.
Okay, exciting. There was some energy.
Same, good energy.
Same, good energy. Lovely.
As it went on, I was really aware of the resonance of the space and actually began to have a partnership with it grew. Yes.
Okay, so awareness of the space.
Well, it's
tapping
like the
into
space was a
sound.
partner in, it was
That's
a partner
interesting.
in the sound.
Okay, so there was a reflection of that sound back to you.
Like we were working together to make the sound.
That's
As
very
it went on, as I increased the volume, I especially was aware of it.
okay, interesting. And as you increased the volume, there was more resonance
And I just
reflecting back to you, and it was like you were in partnership with the room.
yeah.
Did you feel like you were seeking partnership? Or you just noticed that it was naturally?
But I already felt partnership because I was looking at you. So that was a different thing.
Okay, awesome. Someone who didn't hum, does someone want to share their experience as other people were humming?
It was nice to see people express themselves in their unique way, and it felt like it was a safe space for me to express myself.
Awesome. So did everyone here, it was a safe space to express and enjoyed watching other people express themselves?
I was in awe. I was in awe. It was wonderful.
In awe of the voices. Okay, I would like us now to hum together. And we can hum several times, as long as it lasts. It's called like a humming circle. So when you run out of breath, keep humming, and those rounds may flow into each other, and there will probably at some point be a natural pause, and we can just go until that happens.
Are we aiming for the same note, or
You may, Denise asked, are we aiming for the same note? I would say no, just aiming for a note that feels good and right to you. You may change your register at any time. You may change it within a breath. And don't worry about harmonies or did this match with anything. This is just us collectively expressing together. And if you feel comfortable or if you would like to walk around, you are welcome to do so if you feel so moved. But otherwise, of course, stay in your seat. And we shall begin. Did anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to contrast that experience with our individual singers, or humans, if you will. Anyone can comment. What was the difference that you experienced? Or how was this collective coming for you?
It was more inviting. And I would say the commonality was the ease. Because every sound that every person made was different. And it was just whatever they wanted to do. It wasn't trying to do something, it was just doing it. That's what I was.
There was a sense of ease, and every person, despite making a different sound, it was just a relaxed, it all worked. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Nicole?
I noticed that as it went on, I became just more present, more peaceful, and yet more aware of a place inside me that is not peaceful. So more aware of like just some stickiness that almost feels like it's like to just sit here all together and do that for a long, long time. Very deep, very rich. Just kind of wondering what might happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very interesting that it took you into this space of ease that then kind of reflected back to you some of the dis-ease going on. Yeah, and then it also seemed to tap into your curiosity.
Yeah, and actually, a little bit of grasping, a little bit of like, I want to dive into this fucking shit.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yeah, like you just,
Yeah.
so maybe even an element of safety that this is a space where you can dive into that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. A little, yeah.
Little. Yeah, so not maybe full-fledged, taking the gloves off, I'm here for it, but like, I'm maybe visualizing that I want to be in that space.
Yes.
Lovely. Contrast that with when you were not humming, but you were hearing some others.
Oh yeah, completely different. It was necessary to be a collective.
Necessary to be a collective. Thanks for sharing, Nicole. Heidi.
I noticed that I felt the need when I was humming by myself to close my eyes because I felt like I was singled out. Or not singled out, but that I got anxious for just a second because I was the only voice singing. But then it got so full when all the other voices came into it that the blend was just like comforting in a way. There was safety in that container versus being out there all by myself for seconds. So I noticed the contrast between the two.
So when you were humming by yourself, you were completely capable of doing that. There was a little pinch of anxiety and you closed your eyes, but...
Just like it's only my voice in that moment. So,
yeah. So there was,
oh my gosh,
maybe just a tiny bit of like a resistance from the environment. But when you were singing in the group, there was a sense of comfort.
Yeah,
you could let it all go.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I'm glad. You don't have to, because Denise, go ahead.
So I noticed that both experiences had joy. I've already described the first one with second one, I did choose to move around the room, and I noticed these swells of harmony. You know, there'd be sort of simplicity, and then there'd be this swell of harmony, and then I just, that brought me along with it.
So when you were humming yourself, there was joy.
I was working with the space of the room, and then in the second one, I didn't necessarily have to do anything, but I did hum the whole time, and it was just sort of almost like a bellows, you know. And then also walking around the room and feeling distinctive voices some of the time. And sometimes I could hear something over there and go, oh, I wonder what's happening over there. So, yeah.
Lovely. So it sounds like both were joyous experiences, and then the second one was richer and had more.
Had a different, I mean, they were both rich, but it was a different kind of.
Okay, so not necessarily richer, but.
Right, just different. Very different kind of. Equally rich, but massively different.
Okay. Equally rich, massively different.
Yeah.
Yes, and both something to hold.
Yeah. We got 5 minutes. She was given the 25 minutes.
Sorry. Well, I'll wrap up. This was a wrap up anyway. The reason that I wanted to bring this exercise is because I think that it correlates really well with our lives and the community that we have. We're perfect and capable of humming, singing, living our lives, walking through, doing what we're doing every day in our own space. But there is something that can be inviting. I've heard a lot of calm, a lot of comfort. There was a sense of ease when we were all humming together, a sense of openness. Nicole was sharing, exploring some different spaces. And then Denise also shared, there was joy in both. I like them both, but maybe both had something to offer. But when it comes to health and wellness coaching, as it's growing, you may hear more of it in the future. I just wanted to kind of put that on people's radars because I think when we come together with another person and we offer some intentionality to our goals, to our future, to our bodies, to where we're at in our lives right now, that working intentionally with another person or in a group, there's group coaching, that can be a really powerful experience that kind of elevates that exploration to the next level. So that was a fun exercise. I hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate all of your time today.
Thank you, everyone. It was really wonderful.
I do have a sign-up sheet emails over here if you want to get in touch or have a conversation or anything along those lines. Here, what's going on in my world. Thanks.
Yay, thank you. And I also have the whiteboard as well that you can write some info and we'll take it off as well. All right. Well, we have a 5-minute break. And then we have Nicole doing a meditation with us.
Here we are. Here we are. Right now. You can take a deep breath if that feels good. And exhale gently with the intention to arrive. Here we are in this present moment, arriving in this space.
No need to grasp at arriving. No need to hurry up and arrive. And let it happen gently, if it will. A little sense of calm. A little more presence as we feel the breath, wherever the breath is most noticeable to you. Perhaps it's a coolness in your nostrils. Maybe the rise and the fall of your chest or your belly. Nothing to change, nothing to fix. Just here. This breath. And we can feel it when we're here together. This shared intention to be here now, individually and also collectively. Holding space for whatever you carry. And perhaps allowing a moment for you to lay down whatever it is you're carrying. Just this moment. And one way we can do that is to become aware that we are here. So I invite a gentle inquiry right now. How do you know that you are here? What is easiest for you to notice right now? And let's let the noticing simply come without effort, just by having the intention to be here. Perhaps you notice the sounds in the room. We'll take some time in quiet to notice the sounds, if that feels comfortable for you. And if today noticing sounds just doesn't resonate with you, you can come back to your breath. These sounds, this breath, can you perhaps relax some area of your body that might be holding a little tension? No need to worry about relaxing your whole body. Can you choose one area and offer it your kindness? And if relaxation doesn't come, offer that your kindness too. Can you loosen your shoulders? Can you soften your hands? Relax your belly. You feel a smile, the slight sensation, maybe nothing anyone would ever notice on the outside, but a smile spread through your eyes, whether closed or open. And notice how it feels to think of a smile in the eyes. Softening the flesh around the eyes. Bringing a slight smile even to the mouth. Perhaps just internally is fine. Smile into your heart. Feel that area in the chest. There's no one specific spot. There's not anything that we're looking for. Just a willingness to be here with whatever is arising. We're creating a receptive, tender space throughout the whole heart and chest area. It might help even to put a hand on your heart and recognize the intention to be kind. To be kind right here in this moment with whatever is arising. It might even be distractibility. Our minds are quite busy most of the time, and that's natural. So when our attention wanders, we can allow it gently to rest right here. this breath, these sounds. Perhaps you can feel your body supported by the floor or the chair, wherever you may be sitting. You can feel the parts of your body that are touching something else, whether it be another part of your own body or the surface beneath you. This is a precious moment to be here. To be here. The only moment we ever have is this one. And no matter how distracted we were 5 minutes ago or a second ago, we can always come back now. If you'd like, you can open your eyes, or you're welcome to keep them closed. So, I'm going to lead us through a loving kindness meditation. And I'd like to share this quote from Rumi. Rumi says, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it, and embrace them." Again, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against love, and embrace them. We're not trying to make them go away. Those barriers, if anybody's brave enough to raise their hand, raise your hand if you think you might have one or two little barriers between you and love. Okay, all right. Those barriers are there to protect us. At some point in time, we needed them. And hold that barrier and say, "Hey, thanks. Thank you so much." And then when we come back to this present moment, in this now, really right now, how are things? Right now. They're okay. Yes, we have emotions inside that are painful. And we're human. We're gonna. It's normal. We all have them. And we can embrace it all. Now, even with the sadness and the anger and the fear that we all have, things, Karen's game taught us that, right? We know it. So, here's something that we can do. There are two wings of mindfulness. One wing is awareness, becoming aware. And the only time that we can become aware is right now, right here in this present moment. So we've got one wing, awareness. And the other wing is loving kindness. So whatever we become aware of, we offer loving kindness to that so that we can be strong enough to fly. It's not enough to simply become super, super mindful and super aware of all that stuff, right? We have to offer it our loving kindness. And how do we do that? We pay attention. We pay attention to love. We pay attention to kindness. We pay attention to what we want to grow. Now, that's hard to remember, isn't it? Take a moment right now. Close your eyes. And I have a question for you. Where do you put your attention? Where do you usually, habitually put your attention? Take a deep breath and let it go. Open your eyes if you would like, or you can keep them closed. Does anyone in this room often put their attention on the things that they don't actually want to grow? I know I do. I do. My mentor, Ray Hausman, gave me this beautiful quote. It's so easy, so short. It says, attention potentiates. Potentiate, it means to cause to be potent, to cause to be powerful. Our attention potentiates that which we're paying attention to. So we can choose, we can change our lives by choosing kindness, by choosing love. Who wants to do that? Yeah. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna give us some phrases, and you can do this on your own. You can choose the phrases that most resonate. You can choose the phrases that most resonate with you. But here are the ones that I've chosen for us today. They are, may you accept yourself exactly as you are. May you like yourself. May you be safe and happy. May you become freer and freer from that which keeps you stuck. Notice I'm not saying may you become free from that which keeps you stuck. It just seems like a little too lofty of a goal. How about freer and freer every moment? And may you trust in the natural joy of being alive in this moment. I didn't know that being alive is this precious gift, and that just being alive offers us an opportunity to feel joy, this natural wonder. I had no idea. But I do now with mindfulness and help. I do. So I do believe that life offers us a natural joy just by being alive. So those are the phrases that I'm going to repeat. And let's go ahead and give it a try. So please close your eyes. I'm going to ring the bell. And like I said, I'm going to give Stephanie a break from the timer. So close your eyes, settle in. Okay. Again, breathing. Right here, right now. And picture, imagine, think of someone you love a lot, where love comes easily and is uncomplicated. We're going to start with something really easy, maybe even a pet, maybe the wind, the moon, the stars. You can use a child, a color, someone, something you love a lot. And we're going to say these phrases in our minds to this being, this entity. May you accept yourself exactly as you are. May you like yourself. May you be safe and happy. May you become freer and freer from that which keeps you stuck. May you trust in the natural joy of being alive. In this moment, right now. Feel the breath, feel your body. And really feel your tender well wishes for this being. May you accept yourself exactly as you are. May you like yourself. May you be safe and happy. May you become freer and freer from that which keeps you stuck. May you trust in the natural joy of being alive. And now, bring to mind anyone who helps you feel loved and safe. Maybe this is a grandmother, a teacher, someone here or long past. Maybe a spiritual figure or a pet. Someone who you know just really, really sees the beauty in you.
and we'll direct our attention to them. May you accept yourself exactly as you are. May you like yourself. May you be safe and happy. May you become freer and freer from that which keeps you stuck. May you trust in the natural joy of being alive. And now, sense that this person perceives your vulnerability and your longing to feel at home. Look into their eyes and see them sending you a message of love. Look into their eyes and feel them saying, I'm here with you, I care about you, I like you, I love you, I see the goodness in you. And now those eyes are saying to you, may you accept yourself exactly as you are. May you be safe and happy. May you become freer and freer from that which keeps you stuck. May you trust in the natural joy of being alive. In honor of time, now is your turn. What are the phrases, maybe one or two, that you're going to offer yourself right now? Right now. And we'll take 1 minute in silence for you to let those feelings permeate, whatever they are. So it is time. So why don't you take the time that you need to gently re-enter our shared space. I can see Stephanie over to my left sneaking in. Okay? But thank you for your time, and you can catch me later if you want to talk any more about loving kindness meditation or your experiences.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I guess namaste. Peace be with you. Love yourselves.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Stephanie. It was fun.
Maybe move that a little bit over. Yeah, watch your back there. And so, if you don't know, I'm Stephanie Siddiqui, and really honored to have you guys here. Thank you for coming. I'm really grateful that all these people, I know them all from singing. And we were just talking, and I was like, I want to do this retreat. They're like, I'll present. I'm like, would you present? And so that's how it just happened so easily and effortlessly, and I'm so grateful. That was 3 months ago. So I'm glad that this came through. So I'd like to give a little card to Emily, and it's a little gift card in there as well. I said I wanted to exchange money, but I thought I'd give, since we have a grant, I'd like to give a little bit. Nicole, here, I got different colors.
I know it.
We're a rainbow.
Stephanie for organizing.
Yay!
I got it.
All right, good. Yeah, thank you. I mean, without you guys here, it would not be possible. And oh my gosh, I want to thank the volunteers that helped set up and then stayed, and if you help with cleanup too, that helps, because it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, but it's wonderful. So we're going to have open mic next, so just heads up. We are doing a raffle at the end of the open mic, and it's for people who sign up for the email for the upcoming album. So maybe your intention is to want to be on the email list, then you qualify, just fill out the form online. So if you're a winner, you have to tell me that you did sign up, so that you signed up in the email. So the upcoming album dates for recording are November 3rd, 17th. There's no auditions. If you have an original song, then you would want to send the song to me. And it has to be community type singing song. So something easy, catchy that we can have everybody singing. And it has to be original and something easy. That recording needs to be sent to me by the September 22nd, so I can decipher, what works and what doesn't, and let you know by the end of October 1st. And then I'll make a private link, a YouTube of all the songs, so we can practice remotely, and with some optional practices in between. So we did this last year. Album is over there for free, or you can take a postcard, or a memory stick, whatever you like. That way you can take it with you and share it with others. It's on Spotify, everything, Apple Music, so it's free. It's a free album. We just want to encourage creativity, connection, and outreach. So wanted to give you that. Also about the food, so just heads up before, we got some gluten-free items, the Bobos, buckets, coffee, those are gluten-free. There's a few in that snack section table. We have halal keema, which is for Muslim, kosher, for Jewish meat. It's spicy. I made it myself. And if you want to try that with your tacos, you can. Otherwise, we get the chicken, rice, beans. If you're vegan, then there is guacamole until it's gone. About 5 pounds worth. So we got salad. We got wheat tortillas. I do have corn tortillas. I just remember I forgot that at home. But I can run home. I live very close by. We also have chips and guacamole salsa, the mango salsa. Pemba can testify. It's the best. The mango salsa. So and it's leche lime vinaigrette. So that should be pretty much dairy-free. There's no dairy over there, actually. So, yeah. But otherwise, let me know for food. Otherwise, we'll serve up at 6. We'll do a half-an-hour community singing. A few people expressed interest in sharing a song. If you want to also share a song with that 30 minutes, let me know. Otherwise, we have an open mic sign-up over there. And if you don't know, the bathrooms are between the doors back there. And anything else you can think of, you can sign up for everybody's emails if you like. We would love that. Stay in touch. If you'd like to make a donation for See Others, you are welcome to, but it's not required. Thank you for Metro Regional Arts Council, and thank you to Thrivent for providing the snacks. And so grateful that you're here. So enjoy. Let's do the closeout.
The people who pass on drumming traditions, if you open the directions, they recommend closing them. It's much quicker, however. So again, if you want to stand and stretch, this is great. Otherwise, just raise your hands if you, well, I felt that energy. be so bigger than one of us, and what a wonderful group to drum with. Holy smokes. All right, so we're facing south. Gatekeepers of the South, thank you for opening our hearts today. Aho.
Aho.
Facing west. Gatekeepers of the West, thank you for opening our hearts today. Aho. Gatekeepers of the North, thank you for being with us here today and opening our hearts. Aho. Gatekeepers of the East, thank you for opening our hearts. So, going to the high, which I explained to you is very complicated because it's all individual, unique, and personally addressed. Thank you for being with us here. All the highest, best parts of ourselves walk out of here tonight more whole. Thank you for providing for us, for showing us the beauty and the decomposition of death into life again, that whole cycle, the water cycle, the air cycle, all these, scientifically studied cycles that interrelate, that keep this planet going. What an intricacy, what a mystery. So help us to do what we can. It might be just picking up a used lighter and throwing it into the garbage because they end up in the river. I've seen them down there. Help us to help you, and let us remember always to thank you for the beauty. And the seventh direction, lest we forget to, your heart. We put it in the heart and they won't look, except that I think those beings were secretly hoping we would get it together and start using our hearts with our brains. Stephanie, what do you, yeah. So, but the first thing I'm going to do, I'm Deb. Yes. Okay. Everybody's all excited now. Okay, so we need to make the circle bigger. What do we got? Chairs. I see two chairs. Try your percussion. This is actually a memory board. This is related to the cowbells by the same company. But I don't have a fallback if it rains, so.
But you mentioned it some other places.
But down at inside, what's the studio inside out?
Yeah, she's been doing stuff like that, so please follow Deb. She's been doing this for a long time, right? How many years?
Oh my God.
Well, this is a music revival.
It's a happy 18 because I've been here 19.
So now this is about 20 years. Where's Ron? Ron, give us a demo on that. Okay.
There we go.
So, well, I wanted one too, but mine's wooden. So if you want to try, this is somebody's lure thing that I found in an alley, don't you know? Well, maybe, I don't know if anybody, I think we should try to pass some of the bells and such. We aren't doing the bell yet. But what I'd like to do, and I was a school teacher, can you tell? Yeah. I had kids tell me I was old enough to be their grandma back about 25 years ago, and they was really upset. I'm a grandma at age 71. And I say, bring on the test tubes. Yeah. Because my daughter had got borrowed an egg from somebody who didn't have to return. And that child is loved. Oh yeah. So, I didn't like being called a grandma when I was 50. You're old enough to be my grandma. What I should have said is, will you treat me as good as you treat me, grandma? Exactly. But it could be that her grandma was all over her all the time. We don't know. We don't know that part. But I had one unconditional loving grandma, and I have her. It's a good thing, because that's really what got me through the formative years. So what I'd like to do right now, I'll give you is this a? That's enough. Okay, it's not a alien. Okay, what do we got? What's out? We got those other compass.
Well, no, it's a walk through all of it. But yeah, I can work as a compass.
So I'm going to open the directions, but they're going to be short. But I practiced, and I haven't timed it, but the day that I practiced, I should have recorded it, because of course it was perfect. But really, the spirits don't care. So if I start in the wrong direction, then just keep going. I do have a little cheat sheet. You know how people put their set list up and stuff? This is the animals I was supposed to go in order. But so here we go. So if you could stand, that'd be great. If that feels good for you. And if you're feeling good sitting, that's fine too, you know. We'll be facing south. This is borrowed from the Quetzal, no, the Quechua natives. So it won't get too much more serious than this. Everybody ready?
Yes. Ready. What do we do?
You're gonna listen, I'm gonna drum.
Okay.
Gatekeepers of the South, be with us here today. I hope. Back it up. So, we honor the snake people, the little insects, the creepy crawlers, the ones that bite us at 8 o'clock at night and at 8 in the morning. And we honor them because they shed their skin, when, especially the snakes. I can't say much for the insects, except they all go through a lot of transformation. But the snakes, when they shed that skin, their eyesight is even vulnerable for a period of time. So I like to look at that as a metaphor for making big changes in our own lives. Becoming a grandma for me at 71 was a bit of a change, but I got my new name, Grammy, probably my last new name. So just embrace that a lot of things change, and it's not always easy. Those snakes, it's dangerous for them, but they have to do it. So a lot of times we have to do change we're not ready for. Turning to the right, to the west. Gatekeepers of the West, be with us here today. We're honoring the cat people from this native tradition, and they were honored jaguars, to which I said, I haven't seen a jaguar except in captivity. So how do I make that mine in North America? I throw in the bobcats, the pumas, the mountain lions. I throw in our domestic cats, who can leap 8 times their height into the air and land. And they love darkness, and their eyes work so well in the dark. What a gift to be able to leap into darkness and be excited about it. It's a little bit what, we haven't had any recent reports about what it's like to die, that mystery. So I like to look at this direction as a way to expand what could be possible. I hope. This is north.
Yeah.
Yep. We honor those that migrate. So the caribou, the hummingbirds, and all of our birds that so much go down south in the wintertime. The whales, the sea turtles that are swimming all the time, but they somehow know where they are. And let's not forget that as two-leggeds, we also are migratory. We have come and moved, sometimes because we've been pushed to a different direction, a different place to live with the original groups. That migration, we need to believe in the compass that we cannot see that's inside them. So believe in that and know that you are on a path. And this is the east, of course. And this one, a lot of native groups have said, when the condor and the eagle are seen flying together in the same territories, this is a time when people can share their individual tribal secrets, their spiritual knowledge, their natural knowledge about plants and healing, ways that plants can help heal us. This has all been much more available to us since the eagles and the condors have been seen together. Some of that's probably about climate change, if you think about it. It's incredible. So we have the opportunity for more knowledge. Take what works for you. If it feels good, it makes you feel better, I'm going to say it's probably good medicine. Hope. Okay, the trickiest direction is up. What the heck is out there? And what do we name it? What do we call the great creator, the gods, the 99 names the Muslim people have for God? And I've had people suggest, write out your 99. What has that higher power? It doesn't matter if you call it God or not. My dog calls it dog. But the point is, you get that power. There are just times when you wonder how small we are. That's what I call what's out there. So bringing in the most positive things and your personal name, which could be your internal higher self. Go for it. Hope. And the best, and almost last, is Pachamama, Mother Earth. I can hardly get down there. You can if you can. Otherwise, you've got your feet on the ground. Send those feet through the roots of the planet Earth. We love. This is what I know the best is planet Earth. On my best days, my best years, I've taken solace and just awe. I saw my first adult grasshopper again this year. And they stood and let us look at it like he was showing off. I thought he was. I don't know. Why didn't he jump? So much diversity. And we've lost some of it, but there's an awful lot of people trying to track these animals and we don't know why their numbers are going down. Human beings are trying to help an awful lot, it seems to me. And we can do our best to walk gently upon Mother Earth. So I say thank you to Mother Earth for all the water, especially in Minnesota, the beautiful water that sustains us, and then all the food. And ask to take care of her as much as she is good for us. I hope. And then the last direction, taught to me by a friend who was then young and died from pneumonia. Not right away, but pretty fast, it seems to me. But it's the seventh direction of the Lakota, is your heart. And I don't really know the story, but it goes kind of like this. When the higher beings of the Lakota people were talking, well, what should we do with all this deep knowledge? Where can we hide it where people won't find it? They said, let's put it in their hearts. Because they forget to look there so much. So Duke Adams, he taught me seventh direction. Put your hand on your heart. Feel that beat. This is what unites us as human beings, two legs. And the word looks like Matakoye Oyasa. Don't know if I'm saying it right. I used to shout it out to the woods. We are all related. That's what it means. Matakoye Oyasa. Matakoye Oyasa. I am related enemy to each other as two Lakers. Okay. Aho. Okay, now let's eat. No. Is there anybody feeling like they need glasses? I hope not. I think some bells. Who has a bell? Okay, let's have some bell warm up first. Just the bell, no drums. See how light that is? Way light. Yeah. Okay, and then let's bring the beat in. Robert, you got a beat? You got a beat, buddy? And then, if you're also, the only thing I can think of, the best thing I can say is, if you can't hear your neighbor, turn yours down. Or turn theirs up. Maybe they need help shape. And if it's the little bell, I would say switch at some point, Okay? So bells again for just all right. Okay, let's go. 12, it says 12. His name is 12. So if you want to play this now, in my heart of hearts, I was going to have the perfect stick that would hold. But it's not bad. If you put it by your ear, you'll get the deeper resonance. You actually, I don't think a drum wash is going to work very easy today.
No, it's cool.
But what you can do, I think we should pass this. You can do yourself a little ear wash. It doesn't have to be loud. But there's this, you hear how high it is, splashy, but inside there's a lowness. So I think that should be sent around. How's everybody feeling?
We're like 15 minutes behind, so maybe 5 more minutes.
5 or 10?
Yeah.
10 more minutes.
It's 5 o'clock already, and I did want to do a little closing. And I know you want to do a closing as well.
Well, the closing will be fast. The
Okay,
closing
but
always.
maybe I should do a little talking, and then we should do the drum and some couch. So let's do 5 or 10 minutes of more talking, and then we'll do the closing quick.
You know,
And then we'll finish off the drumming and eat.
So, you have a way to hold it, and if it works like that, okay. And if you hold it by the ear, you'll hear that bass. I don't understand sound too much. So I'd like to recommend, so I think we got a little bit of yaya sound, right?
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
Let's pull her in, and let's pull it in and push her out to, we are so safe here in the United States relatively. So I would say drum, dress often. I try to, drum for the people that you wish peace for. That could be the whole planet. It could just be you want to be selfish for you today. If you can get peace in your heart and not be rude on the phone or be rude to the policeman who could pull me over at any minute, that's peaceful too. So your personal peace. And then bring it down just a little too. What do you think? Are we all in that? Should we start with those? Can we start? Nobody took the razor blade. Was it scary?
Well, it wasn't until you told them about the razor blade.
You'll find out the bad way. And that Indian brass, can you bring that for a minute? That was my mom's. I don't really know the history. It's a nice bell. It's a bell. I've got some carved elephants with ivory in there. Whoa. Now, I don't know, right? My dad was an Okinawa. I think he probably brought those home, is what I think about it.
Did you say her name was Isabel?
Oh, Isabel? My mother?
Or Maybell?
No. Her name was Wanda Rose. No, Isabel. Okay, so we're drumming for peace in our own hearts, and if there's a multi-universe, they must be on board too, right? From what I know. Whoever needs peace, I'll go for it. We can have somebody get the bass beat though. Yeah. The blanket keeps it a little less loud for Jeff and the rest of us too. How's it going back there? Good? Yeah. And that cowbell is perfect. It doesn't have to be all in your face, right? What did I decide? Nancy cowbell? Nancy cowbell. All right, so bells again to start us off a little. Take a couple deep breaths. Yeah. flashes and other things. If you're interested in this at all and remotely and can give me a website, no,
Email.
address,
You want your email?
email,
Email address?
I can't.